Hey everyone, Lizzie here. Today we are creating a cute loungewear set with options like crop or full-length sweatshirts and biker shorts or leggings. It's beginner friendly and won't take much time, so let's dive in right now. So for this project, you can use any type of knit fabric. Me, I'm using jersey fabric, typically just a t-shirt fabric. Also, I make few other versions with tricot knit, which is much stretchier. It's beautiful with metallic thread. And I make my legging version is this one. I guess it's also a tricot knit fabric. But yeah, get you anything with a lot of stretch. I also just suggest you to get the bum point needle, especially for stretchy fabric. It's gonna make your life easier. And in order to finish the hem, I'm using the twin needle to create a double stitch. So you will need like 1.5 meters for a biker shorts version, and if you want to make a legging version, you will need this 1.70 meters, depends on how tall you are also. I am gonna use my overlock machine to sew this set, but if you don't have an overlock machine, you can totally using just zigzag stitch on your normal machine. Just remember one thing, you only need to use zigzag stitch on the cuff and the neckband because these seams need to be stretched so you can be able to wear it on. Alright, so first step is to print the pattern. The link to the pattern is in the description box below. The pattern is made with different layers, so you can choose only your size layer to print. Set your printer at 100% scale and print the first page only. Double check with the rectangular scale. Once it's spot on, print the rest. Now line up those 6 edge to edge. No overlap, no trimming, just tape them together and cut out the pattern pieces. A little reminder that the pattern has 2 lengths to choose, so if you want to make the cropped version, just cut right here. Now lay out all of your pattern pieces on the fabric and get cutting. I like to fold the fabric in half lengthwise for a quicker cut, but feel free to keep it full if that's your preference. Okay, grab the front and the back top pieces, put them right sides together, pin in place and stitch along the shoulder seam. Since we're working with stretchy fabric, our seams should be stretchy too, so I'm using my serger, but if you don't have one, go ahead and use zigzag stitch or other type of stretch stitch on your regular machine for this project. Okay, let's give it a good press. Optionally, I top stitch the shoulder seam to prevent stretching over time. Next up, take the sleeve, place it on top of the bodice with right sides together. Pin along the armhole and repeat for the other side. Now serge or stitch these seams together. And as always, we iron the seams in between steps so that they look clean and beautiful. We continue by pinning the right sides together and serging along the 2 side seams. Alright, so it's shaping up like a sweatshirt now. We've got the neckband and the sleeve cuffs to add in. I am using the same fabric as the main bodice for the neckband and the sleeve cuffs, but ideally, rib knit fabric works best for that awesome stretch. But I couldn't find matching color, so I'm just rolling with my normal fabric here. So for the neckband, fold it in half with the right sides together and then serge the 2 short ends. Then push the seam allowance in the opposite directions to reduce bulk and give it a good press. Fold the entire piece in half with the wrong side facing. Now this is crucial because especially if you use just normal knit fabric like me, match up those raw edges and then as you press along, gently pull the outer edge to flatten and curve. This easy attaching it to the sweatshirt later and ensures a comfy fit around the neck. So once that's done, divide the neckband into 4 quarters and mark each point. Your seam line is supposed to be your first point. And on the sweatshirt, mark the center back of the neckline Then we're gonna also divide the rest in 4 quarters and mark each point. Now place the neckband around the neckline on the bodice, making sure that the right sides facing each other. Match up those marks and pin them in place, starting with the seam on the neckband matching with the center back neckline. It is normal that the neckband will be slightly smaller than the neckline, so when you sew, give it a gentle stretch to ease it onto the neckline. Then press the entire neckline, ensuring that the seam allowance is pressed towards the bodice. We repeat the same process to attach the cuffs into the sleeves, but since this is just a tube shape, you don't need to iron to curve the cuff this time. You're gonna see that the cuffs are going to be much smaller than the sleeve opening, even more than when you sew the neckband. To make it easier, keep the cuffs on top while sewing. This way, the feed dogs will pull the fabric on the bottom through, helping to ease it in more evenly. So moving on to the final step of the sweatshirt, fold the hem to 2.5 cm, iron it down and then serge the edge. I am using a twin needle for a double stitch at 2 cm, but of course you can go for a zigzag stitch on your regular machine. The twin needle gives the zigzag finish on the back. This is gonna help the stitch stretch with the fabric. Okay, so it's done. This is our finished sweatshirt. Let's move on to the shorts. Grab the pieces. The one with the lower, longer crotch line is the back, and the shorter one is the front. Start by pinning and serging the front and the back pieces at the inside leg seam, making sure that your fabric is right sides together. Again, I said it many times, but you can sew with a medium zigzag stitch on your regular machine. Next up, turn one leg right side out and slide it into the other leg, ensuring that they're right side together. Align the crotch edges, pin them in place and serge or stitch all along the crotch seam. Turn the shorts right side out and set them aside. Now onto the waistband, fold it right sides together and stitch the short ends together. Then cut a 4 cm wide elastic at your waist measurement minus 5 cm. Overlap the two ends and secure them with a zigzag stitch. Divide both the elastic and the waistband into 4 quarters, starting at the seams is your first mark. With the waistband right side out, we will sandwich the elastic inside like this, carefully matching up all the marks. The elastic might be slightly shorter than the waistband, and that is normal. Now place the waistband around the waistline of the shorts. Align the seam on the waistband with the center back on the shorts and match up the marks. Pin it in place. We will serge all around the waistline raw edge. One last thing to wrap up is hemming the shorts. So just like the sweatshirt, we're gonna serge the raw edge and then fold the hem, iron it down to create a crease. Then I'm gonna use my twin needle again to make the double stitch. And there you have it, we're done. This is our biker shorts. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Feel free to share your thoughts or any question below. I get back to you ASAP. And if you want to see more sewing tutorial like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Bye!